Hello. Today I would like to show some examples of using the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. Just like to do some more practice with it after we've already done some. So first off, the formula, as you know, is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alrighty, let's do some examples here. Number one, let's say 3x squared minus 16x plus 10 as our first equation. We want to find the zeros of this, of f of x here. All right, so let's plug it in. Of course, you know the standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. And so that tells us what these terms are. So 3 is a's, negative 16 is b, so that means negative of a negative 16 is a positive 16. So 16 plus or minus square root of, what is 16 squared? I don't know, but I will just write that there. 16 squared minus 4 times a times c. So what is a? 3, c is 10, so 3 times 10 is 30, times 4 is 120. Let me just check my math here. So 4 times a is 3, so 4 times 3 is 12, times 10 is 120. Yeah, that seems right. All right. Now, what is our denominator? It is 2a, and a is 3, so 2 times 3 is 6. Now, let's simplify. First off, I need to figure out what 16 squared is, so let me just do that on the side here. 16 times 16, well, 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 1 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Now, bottom, give a 0 to pull to place, 6. So 1 is 1 plus, add, bring down the 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 256. And then 256 minus 120, that's so we can finish our Radican. Bring down the 6, bring down the 3, bring down the 1. Alrighty, so now we end up having 16 plus or minus the square root of 136. Bottom is still 6. Alright, now we can simplify this more, and I know many math teachers would be mad, but I think you understand the process, so we'll leave it at here. Our answer. Now, let's try a second example. I'll just make these up on the spot. All right, let's say g of x, for variety, is equal to 17z squared minus 17. I'm sorry, I'm picking crazy numbers here. Let me redo that. G of x is equal to, let's just make this one simple. 2x squared minus 4x minus 5. Okay, plus 5, we'll say. All right, now let's go through the process. X equals b. B is 4, negative 4. So negative of negative 4 is positive 4. Plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times a times c, so 4 times 2, or 4 times 5 is 20, times 2 is 40. Let me just check my math here. 4ac, so 4 times a is 2, times 8 times c, which is 5, is 4. That's 40. All right, all over 2a. Well, 2a is 2 times 2 is 4. All right. X equals 4 plus or minus the square root. What is 16 minus 40? It is negative 24. Ooh. Can't have a negative of the radical sign. There's no two numbers that can possibly multiply it to a negative number, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a positive times a positive is a positive. So this is impossible. This is where you may know is where you break out the imaginary numbers, because we know that I or just let I equal square root of negative 1, because that's impossible, and then just factor out an I. Take out an I, so plus or minus the square root. And by at this point, we'll just simplify it a little more too. We can remove a 4 too. So remove a 4, remove an I. I'm sorry, remove a negative. So there's a square root of negative 1 right here. And then 4 times 6 is 24. So that'll help simplify there. X equals 4 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2. Square root of negative 1, we let equal I. And then square root of 6. Over 4. Now divide both terms by 4. Let me move this so you can see a little better. Divide both terms by 4. So x equals 1 plus or minus 1/2 I square root of 6. And then we'll just let that be our answer. Alrighty, 2 problems done. That should cover the majority of it.